Good day everyone. No, we uh, we are here to discuss today in terms of the secondary product adoption. So in this topic, we were understanding about the importance and significance of secondary product and also the product adoption in the international marketing. So in terms of secondary product adoption, in terms of the definition of secondary product, it is the product that is not a main product or a byproduct in terms of the industry. So, in some terms po, a secondary product is in manufacturing is the process na product na or yung tapos na product na and they will sell it to the market. In some terms, in marketing naman po, in terms of the secondary product, this is not the main product or this is the alternative offer related to the main product. For example po, in smartphone, ang main product po nila is the smartphone or the cellphone. In the secondary product is the related product na included in terms of the main product. In smartphone po, ang secondary product po nila is katulad po ng mga case, charger, and headphone and other related item po na in terms of the smartphone po. Another, we have product adoption is refers to the way through which your target audience will learn about your product and start using it by understanding the product value. For example po is could be when customer purchase a certain product or download an app, they are engaging in product adoption. So product adoption is if the customer will learn about your product. So in terms you are selling a product and buying it, binili ito ng customer, so they will adopt your product and they will give a value if they use it in their long term purposes. So another, product adoption is also a additional offer from a customer and also of a company. So for example po, in food industry or in a restaurant, there have secondary product that the customer adopt. So for example po, in restaurant we have a McDonald's or a Jollibee, no? Secondary product will be meron silang mga karagdagang offer tulad ng juice and other food items po. So aside from the main products po is meron po silang mga ino-offer na additional product po which is related po doon sa mga main product na binibili ng mga customers po. Halimbawa po kanina yung smartphone po. So in secondary product adoption strategy, maaari nilang ipakilala ang mga karagdagang accessories tulad ng mga cases, chargers, and smartphones. And also the smartwatches. So ang pag-adapt po ng mga itong secondary product ay makakatulong sa success in terms of the company. So in international marketing, we say that secondary product is also related. So in adapting secondary product, so some industry or some company will use marketing research, segmentation, and analysis. So for example po yung McDonald's, no, in India, meron po silang i-produce na product which is not totally related po dun sa mga Indian preferences po. So gumamit po sila na ng mga research and other analysis to know what would be the target market na pwede nilang i-offer or what would be the product feature na pwede nilang ibigay dun sa mga Indian, since hindi po lahat ng customer ay pare-pareho ng preferences. For example po, yung mga ino-offer nilang pagkain is more on meat or beef flavoring. So in terms of the Indian, nakasanayan po nila na bawal po sa kanila ang mga beef ingredients and also other meat items. So in terms of that, so naging mahirap po yun sa mga sa McDonald's to produce a new products which is in new market po sa mga Indian. So ang ginawa po nung McDonald's is nag-analyze po sila and napansin po nila na meron pong kakaiba in terms of the preferences and religion po ng mga Indian. So mapapansin po natin sa McDonald's is in McDonald's in Indian is ang ino-offer po nilang product is almost vegetarian po o yung may mga gulay po. So, in terms of that, napansin po nila na almost ang mga consumer in the Indian is a vegetarian or they are eating some foods na more on veggie flavoring. So,
Difference between adoption and acquisition. Difference user acquisition aims to increase the number of people who try out your product. The strategic process of user acquisition aims to increase a product's user base in order to draw in new customers and persuade them to try the product. Marketing and outreach techniques must be put into practice. The principal objective is to augment the aggregate count of persons interacting with the product. So, stimulating expansion in passively enduring client connections. To maximize user acquisition efforts, a variety of channels, including social media, advertising, and partnerships are frequently used. Acquisition refers to the stage when a consumer chooses to try out your product for the first time. The decision by a customer to investigate and utilize your product for the first time is known as the acquisition phase. This crucial phase, which signifies the change from awareness to action, shows how well your marketing tactics are drawing in prospective clients' interest and attention. Developing a compelling value proposition that encourages people to move from curiosity to engagement with your product is essential to a successful acquisition strategy. Product adoption assistant results in becoming acquainted and devoted to it, encouraging consumers to become familiar with incommitted to a product or service requires offering user-friendly interfaces, prompt assistance, and transparent onboarding procedures to promote a good experience, inform users about important features, provide lessons, and make sure all interactions are smooth. By fostering trust and loyalty and immediately addressing issues as well as incorporating user feedback, you can gradually grow a strong user base. When a user experiences enough success with your product, they decide to invest in using it instead of searching for other solutions. Users are more inclined to commit to using your product solely if they think it meets their needs and produces consistently great results. Users will devote for more time, energy, and loyalty to your product as a result of this achievement, which builds confidence and happiness and eventually lessens their propensity to look for other options. The next slide, what is secondary product adoption? Secondary product adoption refers to the process by which individuals or organizations adopt or incorporate additional products or services after initially adopting a primary product. In the context of technology or innovation, it often refers to the adoption of complementary or supplementary products that enhance or support the use of the original product. It is influenced by factors such as user needs, preferences in the ecosystem surrounding the primary product. Companies often leverage secondary product adoption as a strategy to enhance customer satisfaction, increase revenue streams, and strengthen their overall market presence. What is secondary product adoption? Secondary product distribution is the inclusion of additional products or services after the distribution of the primary product in the field of technology and innovation. This usually involves the introduction of additional or complementary products that improve or support the functionality of the original product. Key drivers are user needs, preferences, and the wider ecosystem surrounding the primary product. Companies use the introduction of secondary products strategically to enhance customer satisfaction, diversify revenue streams, and strengthen their market position. Selling to foreign markets requires understanding the differences between your existing and new markets, which means conducting relevant research, as well as performing the market research required to establish the need for your product customer. Research paves the way ensuring you align with local values, satisfying consumer practices and values, while avoiding geographic pitfalls, addressing cultural needs, trends, holidays, religions, and preferences, complying with local laws and regulations, ensuring the product remains competitive across markets, removing detrimental elements from products, packaging, and promotion. To international markets requires thorough research and a thorough understanding of the differences between current and future markets. In addition to establishing product demand, it is important to research customer needs to ensure they are consistent with local values and traditions and avoid geographic traps. This includes adjusting to cultural trends, holidays, religions, and interests, following local laws, and maintaining competitive adaptability in different markets. The improvement process also extends to the elimination of negative aspects in products, packaging, and promotional strategies.
Before we proceed po sa aking part of report, ako nga po pala si Chona Manzanades. And after po nila ma-explain kung ano nga po pala ang product adoption, difference between adoption and association, and what is the secondary product adoption. We proceed naman po sa mga foreign market of product adoption. So, examples of foreign product adoption of foreign markets. So, si McDonald's, tulad ng maraming ibang negosyo, sa industriya ng fast food, si McDonald's ay nag-aalok ng secondary products o mga produkto bukod sa kanilang pangunahing menu ng pagkain. Ang mga ito ay karaniwang tinatawag na mga side items or extras. At ang kanilang layunin ay dagdagan ang mga pagpipilian ng mga consumer at mapanatili ang iba't ibang customer preferences. Ang halimbawa po nito, sa halip na limitado sa mga burger at fries at mga inumin, ang McDonald's ay nag-aalok din ng mga iba't ibang mga side items tulad ng mga apple slices, yogurt, salad, sundaes at iba pang mga maaaring alternatibo para sa mga gustong magkaroon ng mas malusog na pagpipilian o para sa mga iba't ibang dietary restrictions. And another famous food outlet is ang Dunkin' Donuts. So, ang Dunkin' Donuts naman po, tulad ng iba pang karamihang kumpanya sa industriya ng pagkain din, ay nag-aalok din po ng mga secondary products o mga produkto bukod sa kanilang pangunahing specialty, ang donuts nga po. Ang pagkakaroon ng iba't ibang produkto ay naglalayong mapanatili ang pagiging competitive ng kumpanya sa market at mapunan ang iba't ibang mga pangangailangan at kagustuhan ng kanilang mga customer. So, narito nga po ang ilang mga dahilan kung bakit mayroong secondary products ang Dunkin' Donuts. So, first is yung variety of for customer. Ang pag-aalok po ng iba't ibang produkto tulad ng kape, iced coffee, muffins, sandwiches, at iba pa. Kung, di ba po, familiar naman po kayo dun sa Dunkin' Donuts kasi matagal na po siya. Since bata pa rin po ako, yun talaga yung pinapasalubong sa amin din dati. Na nagbibigay na mas maraming pagpipilian para sa mga customer. At ito ay nagpapahintulot nga sa mga kumpanya na abuti na mas malawak na market at matugunan ng iba't ibang kagustuhan ng mga tao. Tumako naman po tayo sa stages of product adoption process. There are some 6 processes. First, the initial awareness phase. So, si initial nga po, ito yung tipong nagpapadaan lang sa atin. Yung sumagi lang sa isip natin or may nagkwento lang sa atin. So, magbigay po tayo ng example. Ang example ko po ay lipstick. Awareness pa po tayo na nagiging aware sa isang produkto. Minsan sa mall, lalo na sa Watson po, di ba? They're endorsing products. Pero syempre, kalimitan, naririnig lang natin, hindi naman tayo nagpo-focus especially. Kung may ibang bagay tayong nais bilhin, Ganon din po sa social media, sa Facebook, or sa TikTok. Napapadaan lang sa newsfeed natin pero we ignore. Pero aware po tayo na may ganong product na nag-i-exist siya to interest the lipstick. So, sa interest po, bali ang example pa rin natin dun, kung ano yung example natin sa number 1. So, lipstick pa rin. Paano ba tayo nagkaka-interest sa isang bagay? We tend to have interest kapag may bagay o maaaring or naririnig tayo sa na napupukaw sa attention natin. Halimbawa, dun sa Watson nga po, may binanggit bigla yung sales lady na, "Ma'am, ito po yung nakakapag-dehydrate ng lips. Ganito po ang shades nito. Ang tamang-tama, and tamang-tama ganun yung gustong mong shades." Ang result nun, magkaka-interest ka na sa product. Lalapit ka na and to know kung anong brand ba siya, anong information at features na meron ito. Same as online, kasi tayo naman halos online shopping na ang ginagawa. Kumbaga, napapatambay na tayo doon sa shop na searching ano ba tong product na ito. Sa evaluation naman po, dito naman, sige, lipstick pa rin tayo sa online shop. 'Di ba kapag may nakita tayong attractive na product, yun nga, pumupunta tayo sa shop at dun sa description ng product, isa sa stage na ginagawa rin natin is yung tinitingnan natin kung ano yung price ba siya, kung pricey ba siya o swak sa budget, kung mas maganda ba to kesa sa recent na gamit natin. Kung need ba talaga natin to or wants lang. Ang isa sa importanteng ginagawa sa stage na yon is yung pagtitingin ng reviews and feedbacks, kung legit ba na product to, kung halimbawa na nakakapag-hydrated ba talaga siya, o matte ba o maganda ang shades na to. Si trial, dito na nga po pumapasok yung tinatawag na budol. Isa din ako kasi sa budolera eh. Dahil magaganda nga ang review sa shop at sa product, ayun, bumili, nag-take ng risk na gamitin. Kalimitan ginagamit natin, bibili lang tayo ng paisa-isa kung legit ba talaga yung product na yon. Gustuhan mo yung product, so nag-activation ka na. And ginamit mo na siya lagi-lagi, so which is, siya yung matatawag mo na adoption. So, si activation, ang example pa rin natin yung lipstick. So, dito naman, ayan na nga, dumating na, first week. Ang ganda talaga ng product. Masasabi na legit talaga. Dito talaga pumapasok yung activation stage na tinatawag na natututunan ni user yung value ng product. So, si adoption, dahil nga napatunayan ni end user na maganda yung product, natutunan na itong i-adapt. Kumbaga, yun na ang laging ginagamit niya and yun na rin yung paulit-ulit na binibili. May instance pa ito na i-recommend sa iba yung product. And to sum up, sa example natin sa lipstick, and pumasok na din po doon sa stages na adoption. So, first is, nakita mo nga sa social media, dumaan sa FYP mo, so matatawag natin siyang initial awareness. And paulit-ulit na dumaan sa feed mo at na-curious ka na, parang nagkakameron ka na ng interest, yun yung pangalawang stage. Then, chinek mo yung product at reviews, nagkameron ka na ng evaluation sa isang product. And yung pang-apat is, nag-trial ka na, which is yung binili mo na yung isang product. At nagustuhan mo. And nagustuhan mo yung product, so nag-activation ka na. And ginamit mo na siya lagi-lagi, so which is, siya yung matatawag mo na adoption.
The secondary product adoption concept highlights the idea that in certain industries, using one product can lead to adoption of additional products. Then, cross-selling. Cross-selling is encouraging the purchase of anything in conjunction with the primary products. Ang cross-selling ay isang paraan ng marketing na kung saan ay inaalok ang ibang produkto sa mga customers. Halimbawa, kung ang isang customers ay bumili ng smartphone, maaaring imungkahi sa kanila ang pagbili ng screen protector o extra na accessories na kasama ng isang smartphone. Ang layunin ng cross-selling ay mapalawak ang kanilang pagbili at mapabuti ang isang products para sa isang customers. Sa upselling naman, ipinapakita sa customers ang mga option na magpapahusay o magdadagdag ng halaga sa kanilang initial na pagbili. Kahit ito ay magiging mas mahal yung product o kahit ito ay mas magiging malaki ang presyo. Halimbawa, kung bibili ang isang customers ng basic na cellphone, ang upselling ay maaaring mangyari kung inalok sa kanila ang mas advanced na model na may mas mataas na storage capacity, mas magandang camera o iba't ibang premium na features na madadagdagan sa presyo, ngunit magbibigay ng mas mataas na kasiyahan or benepisyo. Sa ganitong paraan, ang upselling ay naglalayong mapabuti ang customer's experience at magbigay ng mas mataas na halaga sa kanilang babayaran para sa kanilang product na binili. Next, ecosystem strategy involves a business offering multiple complementary products or services that work together and seamlessly. Ang layunin ng ecosystem strategy ay gawing mas magaan at komprehensibo ang karanasan ng mga customers sa pamamagitan ng pag-aalok ng mga customers at pagkakaroon ng solusyon para sa iba't ibang pangangailangan ng mga customers para sa products. Product adoption. We have two benefits of product adoption. First, increase revenue and market share. Ibig sabihin, ang pag-adapt ng produkto ay ito ay nagre-resulta ng mas mataas na kita at mas malaking bahagi sa market share. Ito ay nagpapadali ng pag-akit ng bagong customers at nagpapanatili ng mga kasalukuyang kliyente sa isang negosyo. Second benefits of product adoption: improve customers and satisfaction and loyalty. Ibig sabihin, kapag marami ang masaya at nasisiyahan sa iyong produkto, ito ay nagpapakita ng mas mataas na antas at katapatan sa iyong product.
When we say improve competitive advantage, ito ay successful product adoption is a key driver for business competitiveness, offering a distinct advantage over rivals. Dahil sa tuwing ang company ay consistently adapt and integrate effective products para ma-enhance yung kanyang competitive standing. This strengthened position, ito ay hindi lamang nagpapahintulot sa mga nagbibusiness na outperform yung competitors but also facilitates the establishment of market leadership over time. The ability to adapt and effectively incorporate sought after products position a company as a formidable force in the industry, contributing significantly to sustained success. When we say improving customer insights is a crucial aspect of boosting product adoption rates. To increase the uptake of a products, it's essential na to understand customer behavior. Kailangan ng pag-unawa into what motivates customer to take actions. The better you comprehend their motivation and pain points, mas magiging effective ipahayag yung mga tailored products to directly address their needs. Gaining enhanced customer insights provides a strategic advantage by aligning product offerings with customer preferences and requirements, ultimately fostering higher adoption rates. So when we say reduce marketing costs, when a product adoption is high, businesses can achieve a reduction in marketing costs. The widespread adoption of a new products ay nagki-create ng momentum na nag-i-increase ng mas mataas na kalaman at organic promotion as more people embrace the product. So nagkakaroon ito ng word of mouth effect, minimizing the necessity for expensive marketing campaigns. Essentially, the organic growth resulting from widespread adoptions allow businesses to allocate resources more efficiently, reducing their reliance on costly marketing efforts. Here's the 6 barriers of product adoption. First is lack of knowledge and awareness. So when we say lack of knowledge and awareness, ito ay nagkakaroon ng hindering product adoption na maaaring related sa mga attribute factors such as inadequate marketing efforts, insufficient product education, and a lack of trust in the brand. Additionally, ang pagkakaroon ng high market saturation ay nagkakaroon ng making a product relatively unknown to its target audience. In competitive markets, yung mga newcomers ay nagkakaroon ng challenges in raising awareness tungkol sa kanilang products to contributing the overall barrier in knowledge and adoption. Next barriers ng product adoption is resistant to change and fear of the unknown can be in fade product adoption. Maaring yung mga customer or other people ay maging unwilling to adopt a new product if they are content with their existing solution or if they find the new product unfamiliar. Additionally, maaaring magkaroon ng arise if the transition to the new product dahil ito ay nagpe-perceive ng challenging or time-consuming. Overcoming these barriers requires addressing concerns and demonstrating the value and ease of the transition to encourage wider acceptance. So next is technical challenges and disability issues can pose significant obstacles sa product adoption. Kung ang isang product ay mahirap gamitin o kung ito ay nakaka-encounter ng mga technical problem, ito ay hindi in-embrace ng mga customer. The hesitation to adapt maaaring magbula sa iba't ibang various reasons such as complex interfaces, lack of user-friendly features, or unreliable performance. Para ma-overcome itong technical issue na ito ay dapat enhancing customer experience and ensuring that the products meet user expectation, ultimately encouraging smoother adoption. Kapag ang products ay too expensive, mababa ang posibilidad na magkaroon ng likely to enthusiastic about adopting it. In the current global landscape, nagkakaroon ng pabago-bagong inflation rates, consumer are highly cost conscious, making affordability a significant factor in their decision-making process. Trust is a vital factor, especially for products with potential physical risk. In instances where products involve potential hazards such as a safety equipment or machinery, establishing trust becomes a critical factor. Consumer needs confidence in the reliability and safety of the products to mitigate any concern related to a physical risk, highlighting the importance of trust in influencing product adoption. Accessibility is a crucial factor in product adoption. In generally, yung mga nag-aatubiling o nagdadalawang isip na maging regular of user in a product, lalo na kung mahirap ito ma-access. And an era where convenience is highly valued, especially when the ability to have food and other items delivered directly to their doorstep. Individuals prepare products that are easily accessible without unnecessary complication.